They stole the votes. The Dominion voting machines stole the votes. And George Soros, Mark Zuckerberg, paid $400 million to flip the votes. Mike the Pillow Man will tell you that.
So Mike Lindell says that. So that's the fact then, right?
Trump says that. Joe Biden has been dead since 2019. James Woods, the actor, is playing Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe Poopy Pants.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and these Trump supporters are convinced Sleepy Joe Poopy Pants isn't the acting president.
Biden has been doing all his White House pictures out there in California at Black Rock Studio with the fake green screen.
And so
he doesn't even live in the White House. Nobody lives in the White House.
The Trump supporters that show up and volunteer to speak on this topic have the utmost confidence in being some of the most misguided and ignorant people on the entire planet.
Well, I don't accept the vote in 2020. You can't. I was downtown Detroit. I watched how they didn't let a lot of the Republicans in. I mean, I don't accept it. Not that I think they totally cheated, but there was some signs and proof that there was cheating going on.
But do you think President Biden won the election more?
No. I never did. No. I mean, how could he get more votes than Obama? I mean,
well, more people were involved in voting too. You know, that has always gone up. You know,
look at these rallies. Okay. And you've seen Biden's rallies before he ran.
It pains me to see that people would be so willing to step in front of a camera and just say the most absurd things you can think of and truly believe it. I don't believe that all these people are a lost cause, so to speak, but a lot of stupid can't be fixed. When you sell an idea hard enough, there is always someone there to buy it. The first woman featured both believes that Joe Biden is dead and also not really the president, but also brings up the economic woes of Americans, as well as alleging that Joe Biden lives in California. None of that makes sense, obviously, but it is her dedication to all of that nonsense that leads me to the conclusion that she may be very mentally ill. The next person brings up the idea that people weren't allowed in the vote, which is funny, right? There's that weird irony of one part of the country screaming, "Stop the count," while the other screamed, "Count all the votes." It's also odd that she doesn't see the difference in what she identifies as voter suppression when it is her side, but not the other side. Weird how people can't walk and chew gum. This person also can't imagine that all the people who showed up to Trump events combined can't possibly be less than those who voted for Biden. So I'll help her out. A lot of us don't worship any one politician. A lot of us don't prove our allegiance by going to events and rallies. We just go vote. Hell, some of us don't even have a giant flag on our truck or big bumper stickers to prove our love. We just go to the polls and go back to keeping an eye on the policies.
In courts of law from east to west and north to south, they've said that the election was not stolen, that there weren't irregularities. Why do you remain convinced?
First of all, watch the movie 2,000 Mules. And second of all, it's so obvious that it was, because you could see people going to the drop boxes on video camera and sticking a whole lot of ballots in those, and it's just very, very strange to me that here in Detroit, in the city of Detroit, somehow or another, Biden got an extra, 120,000 plus more votes to Donald J. Trump's no votes. No, there's something fishy about that.
Many people here don't understand the voting procedures as a whole. They don't understand the various types of ways that people are legally allowed to vote. For example, people in the armed forces can request absentee ballots when they are based away from home. These people constantly use the troops as talking points, but were pretty consistent about being against absentee ballots. Well, that attacks a right to vote for someone defending your right to live freely as an American. See the issues here?
Well, we all know about the 2020 elections and what kind of went down, and we just follow a lot of non-mainstream media to learn the real truth about what happened. So
you think that it was a stolen election?
I would say so, as what I have known so far of what I've read and researched. We know the truth. We know what...
You know it above the courts?
saying I know it above the courts personally as Wendy, but I just believe in what I believe in. And in my heart, I know who won and I know who should be in office.
More than once in this video, you hear people claiming that Trump is actually leading the country and that Biden is a hoax or some other nonsense. But how does that mesh with all their complaints about how the country is going? Don't think too hard on that one, because it's clear they didn't. The core question from this is, how do we bring these people back to reality? How do you convince someone that everything they have read or heard about or seen on Facebook is at best misleading, and at its worst a very intentional and targeted plan to encourage Americans to participate in dismantling their democracy? I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel for them, but maybe you can help. Comment your more uplifting stories on how maybe you changed someone's mind about something. Maybe they didn't believe in the pandemic, or they disagree with you on something that is proven. Give us some good news, y'all, because we need it when we've got people like this to bring back from the brink, and that's a fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.